That's the 4th time this week, Fritz.
Sorry, William.
Seriously, Fritz, you need to chill on pulling his arm. But, hey, Dad. Fritz, can I have that for a sec?
Whoa, hold on, Elizabeth. I can roughly guess what you're going—
If you want it, come get it.
Elizabeth! It's obvious what's going on here. She just wants to spend time with me. But it's not even about her, but also me. As if she is the only one that understands me. I also perfectly understand her. She can be a handful sometimes. Ugh, and like her father, I should be angry. After all, this is no time for games. But we have all been through so much. I will indulge in this show. All right, Elizabeth, I'll play your little game. Whoa, what the hell are you two doing? What does it look like? We're hanging out. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see this. Did you see where Elizabeth went?
She jumped out the window.
He's having fun, eh?
He does kind of need it.
Did any of you see Elizabeth run this way?
She may have run through earlier.
Damn!
Thanks.
You guys lied to me!
Whoops! See ya!
William's been running around for a while now chasing after Elizabeth.
Honestly, it's a sight to behold.
No, I think it's very ironic. As Springtrap, you'd think he was used to chasing people around.
I think my daughter is far more cunning than William is.
Ha! Did you give your daughter more credit than your own husband? How cold.
I feel bad now.
Finally. Elizabeth, please stop running now.
Heh. Don't tell me you're tired.
No, stamina doesn't exist for us, remember?
Of course.
But running around like this is quite painful.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Don't worry. Despite all that, I had...
What?
You're really gonna make me say it?
Yep,
I had fun.
I bet you did.
Now can I have my arm?
Yep. If you need a hand, just let me know.
Heh, you're not funny.
We need to fix your arm more permanently, William. Having to reattach it like this is not going to be possible if this keeps happening. The constant repair is wearing out what little of the arm is left. Consider the damage it already had sustained. The burns your body received only adds to the problem.
I can't right now, but I suppose we will need to think of something.
To be blunt, stay away from Fritz. At this rate, he'll only tear it off accidentally again.
Yeah, but I can't avoid this forever, Henry. My arm being the only thing detached from my body is only the beginning.
Don't talk like you're going to lose your head tomorrow. Elizabeth ran around with you not to tease or harass you, but to get you to lighten up.
I know. Damn it, Henry. What kind of world are we living in right now?
The world has always been a dark place, William. Just some days are brighter than others. That's all.
Huh, honestly. Fritz playing with Elizabeth and Cree.
I see that habit hasn't died yet. I won't pretend that I know your pain, but losing my daughter had a similar impact.
After Chris and Elizabeth died, our house was nothing more than a silent graveyard. Here we are again. Even with everyone that's here, Chris is gone. Yet to me, it still feels like nothing more than a graveyard. Honestly, Henry, you are technically the only person here who is actually alive. You amongst the dead. I couldn't have said it better myself.
It's a bit ironic, I'll admit. But Mike?
Mike isn't alive. Not really. Remnant works wonders, but it's not some sort of miracle tree of life fantasy mumbo-jumbo. He died to become what he is. Being undead is still being dead. You, Henry, despite your age, you are the only one left.
William, that's...
Just try to not break those old bones in the events to come. You don't know what you've got until it's gone.
William, you spent years in that closed-off room.
No point in sounding like a broken record, Henry. You've already spoken about that. I grew up and lived, but you know it doesn't feel like I did. The only life I've lived is the one where I died. Honestly, did I live life, or did I live death? I'm starting to sound crazy now. These events are affecting me. Or is it just my soul fading? That's the problem.
I'll leave you alone.
How's he doing?
You know, Clara, honestly, William is falling apart.
What?
I can't tell them what he told me, but it's clear that that is the reason for what is happening. It's not like I'm going to act like I understand what it means for a soul to do that, but he just needs to collect his thoughts.
And here I thought Elizabeth helped with that. William is better at acting than I gave him credit for.
Hey, Michael. Mind coming with me to the pizzeria?
For what?
William's arm is toast. I think he needs a completely different one.
Do you mean there are still scraps left over?
Well,
What the hell is this?
these are copies of the animatronics I and William had created in case any of the current models at the time were incapable of repair. It was a bit generous given our funds, but nothing was worse than depriving children of their favorite entertainment because of faulty repair. Also, Mangle was a bit of a pain to fix.
This is...
A feature of Mangle that is like the rest of the animatronics. Let's say, we wanted to have a Mangle that wasn't capable of being destroyed by children.
Well, that would have upset them.
Well, it was commercial only. You know how painful it is to have to put Mangle back together every time the children got at it. We kept this one when we had events that never directly involved children. They'd never touch it anyway. We would simply swap them out once we were done. They never knew. Of course, this model only ever got used once.
What for?
Advertisement. Although that fits its purpose, I'm a bit disappointed it never got any use.
I guess that's why it looks a lot like Phantom Mangle.
Yes, the Phantoms look like the original models. It seems my daughter must have swapped out their souls into the alternate copies. I notice there are a few missing here.
I see. So, that's what she did after she saved you from that fire.
I didn't give her much choice. I left without saying goodbye.
Weird. But how did she save them, though? Wouldn't they have been saved because of the events of Fazbear Frights? I thought...
Their souls existed in another place. Fazbear Frights was one step. However, I'd hardly be surprised. William survived more fires than anyone alive has. Who's to say they didn't either?
I guess so, but it does give me some thought.
Here it is.
That's just a random arm. But isn't it different from Springtrap?
Well, yes, but I can fix that. Also, it would be more accurate to say Spring Bonnie, but yes. The problem, however, is that despite it being in better condition than his current arm, his body is another matter. This arm will not be stable because the rest of his body is worn and burnt. It only enforces its stability a bit because of its quality. Honestly, this is about the best I can do.
At least you're trying. That's what we're all doing.
Tell me, Mike, what exactly was William like when everything...
Went wrong? William, my father. He hardly spoke to us when he was around. For that matter, if he was around. He hardly came home and spent most of his nights at the pizzeria. It wasn't bad at first, and I didn't help either. I was bullying my brother. I was such a damn moron.
They say children act stupid for nothing.
Leading my brother to death hardly counts as stupid. It's downright insanity.
Mike, there have been many cases where siblings cause the death of each other. It's not uncommon. But fewer cases occur. When it's a regrettable action...
Right. Then they either grow up impaired with mental problems, or they could care less.
Which part are you?
Both. After Chris died, I felt guilty, and then I felt mad. Mad at my father. It makes no sense now that I think about it. That I'd turned my attention so much to my father when I never took responsibility for my actions against my brother. To me, that's mental. But it also shows how little I cared.
And now?
Huh?
Despite the past, what you're doing now is a far cry from the person you are describing.
Would you say that if William were the killer, but still wanted to change?
Honestly, probably not. If that were to happen, I know myself at least. I'd want him to burn in hell. That's kind of the problem, though, Mike. We are so invested in our emotions. It fuels a desire so strong that it leads anyone down a dark path. Evil begets more evil, which is why revenge is never the answer. When I hatched my plan to burn everything, I kind of figured you want to die as well. But even if you didn't, I wouldn't have given you the option. The idea, after all, was to end everything. You were a part of that. See how messed up that is? We, as the people we were never meant to be this way. Everything was simple in the past. But then look at us now. Honestly, despite how justice operates, revenge is just another form of evil. All of us are guilty of murder one way or another.
Henry, you never...
I never killed anyone, but that doesn't mean I never did anything wrong. The lines between good and evil are blurred at this point.
You're back.
Yep, I got you a new arm, but it won't be a one-fix-all solution. This will still fall off if excessive force or pull is applied, so try to be careful.
I can't really promise that, Henry. Do you know who I am?
Of course, you dolt. Now let's get to work.